60 or.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Me and you won't be driven.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, seam 6.
Second and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You gotta be ready. Go. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get ready.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
It's going to be a long day.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Wait.
Hey, Delta.
Don't let him breathe.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Out. 80 weapon. Hit it.
They run with Pumphrey. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
6 yards to go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the screen. Hey, lock it. Jim. Go.
Looking to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Love. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go now. 80 weapon.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
On the set.
Mike's both.
Hey, exit. Five.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll find Moreau here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Mike's 59.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Smoke team spill. No, no, no. I 7, let's go. Ready to go.
Throwing on first down. Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
44 to Mike, 44.
2nd and 3. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Look, squeeze. Mike. Check, 59. Now.
They'll drop the throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Bravo. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike, check. 59. Go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Seibert missed it. This one slides to the right on him. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop him. They cannot.
So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Fournette on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, Alpha!
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Smooth! Check, 59. Hey.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the General West. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
2nd and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. 59, hard. Here we go.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Let's go. San Lobo. Slam, 64, weak. Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Go. Kill. Look at me. Score. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Switch. Hey, Sam off. Now.
Second and long. And he's going to go down again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Jacksonville.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Back to throw. Love. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Get that quarterback, defense.
To throw again. Love. He's going to loft one deep over the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And some room to work.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Hey, Echo.
Now back to throw. From the left side, it's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, Love. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On fourth down, Love. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Let's go. 18, Raiders.
At the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 52, and this for the win. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
How will they handle it? Let's find out. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. The open man is Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Come on, set. 8, read. Let him know.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And he completes it to Westbrook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Kill.
Now Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Tressway now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense did its job. Got to stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done. Now part 2. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Leo! Let's go, defense!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
First down, Jacksonville.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. He's at the 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led